Gentlemen and all men out there, welcome to my channel. This is Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance channel, and you have come to a beautiful place to learn and hear about some of the most refined, classy, and elegant fragrances that will help you smell amazing out there, help you smell well put together, put your best foot forward, make that good first impression. That's what this video is all about today, and I'm certainly going to help you smell amazing. Before we jump into the video, y'all know what to do to help me. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Y'all know how it works. Let's jump into the video though. First off, I'm not going to disappoint you. This is La Ligue Pour Homme. This is a $20 fragrance, but it smells a lot better than a $20 fragrance. This retails for about $100. La Ligue Pour Homme with the lion's head. Beautiful citruses off the top. Refined amber patchouli dry down. There's a little bit of sweetness. This is a modern fragrance. This is a late 90s, early 2000s, baby. And it has refinement. It has class all into one. This makes you smell like the boss man, as some people say. So if you are on a budget, but you want to smell high class, it doesn't get much better than this fragrance. And again, I don't know how long this value will last. I don't know why there's our bottles out there for that cheap. It's really a crime. But for 20 bucks, this is really it. And if you don't want to watch any more of the video and you just wanted an easy answer to know what to get to smell refined and well put together, this is it. This is it. And it's beautiful, and it's got some spice. It's got everything you want. Let's jump to the next fragrance though. This one won't disappoint you either. Another fragrance in that $20–$25 range, Moschino Uomo. Beautiful fragrance here. Refined, elegant, a little bit musky, almost a little bit powdery. It's got this interesting kumquat, like sour fruitiness off the top. Very modern. It also has some creaminess in the dry down and some richness and some woodiness. But this also has a very unique blend of musks. And I have to say that this fragrance is a mysterious fragrance that will blend in with your skin, but make you smell amazing. I mean, simply like you naturally smell amazing and elegant. And if you want that fragrance, something that makes you smell like a better version of you, this fragrance really has this refinement and the ability to do that. So again, great value for money. It might even be a better value than the first fragrance I showed you, because this is a 4.2 ounce bottle for $20–$25 odd with the right discount codes, getting it from the right discounter, and certainly one of the best cheapies out there that's still available. Moschino Uomo. If you're looking for a classy fragrance, you want to smell refined, my friends, doesn't get much better than that either. Another one that will not disappoint you, I promise you. This is Armaf's Niche Platinum. This Armaf Niche line went really under the radar. It was a little bit more expensive. Maybe that's why. Again, who knows where these fragrances are distributed. I never saw this in stores. You probably don't even know this fragrance exists. But this one smells like a little bit like Platinum Egoist. It's going to have you smelling like Bois de Jour by Tom Ford, but for so much less. This is $30–$35 odd. A really beautiful grapefruit, a little bit sweet, a little bit incensey, refined, clean. It's got everything going on. This one's a little bit more on that incense side of things, but it's so playful and sweet and modern. It's actually quite addictive, and actually the only fragrance I have 2 bottles of in my entire collection. And that means something. This is my only fragrance I have a backup bottle of, because I don't want to miss out on this fragrance. Sometimes I don't want to say it, but I guess I will. It almost sometimes is better than Eau Sauvage, in my opinion, or Bois de Jour by Tom Ford, and it's so much cheaper. Beautiful fragrance from Armaf. You know that sometimes Armaf does have a home run. They hit it out of the park. Sometimes they have a fantastic fragrance, and this is one of the times they did it right. They did it wonderfully. I'm not just saying that to say it. Beautiful fragrance here, worth every darn penny for that $30–$35 range. Guys, the next fragrance also is a beauty. Not going to disappoint you. This is xeryus Rouge from the House of Givenchy. Really flying under the radar. Some of my fellow gents and amazing fellow fragrance reviewers out there know about this fragrance, and some have actually been inspired by me. And this is a wonderful fragrance. I'm going to spray it here just because I love this thing so much. This is has cactus, this has rose, this has sensuality, but yet refinement. It's clean. It's well put together. Really interesting blend of modern woods and muskiness, but here it doesn't smell synthetic, and I love how this fragrance comes together. Beautiful fragrance, xeryus Rouge. It does have that rouge red type of vibe, that satin velvet kind of quality. I have to tell you guys that this is certainly, in my opinion, one of the best designer fragrance releases ever made. stands up with, you know, the likes of Dior Fahrenheit. I mean, beautiful fragrances like that. Platinum Egoist, Eau Sauvage. I mean, this stands up to them, and this is a fantastic fragrance. Under the radar. Seriously, give this one a look and give it a chance if you want to smell refined. You'll also stand out because this has, again, has cactus and some unique qualities about it. It's you'll really stand out in a good way. And I'll tell you, I've broke people's necks. You know, they've turned and looked, and they were impressed with a fragrance like this. I have to tell you, Givenchy's xeryus rouge, stunning fragrance. Another fragrance, really one of the best designer fragrances ever made. Once again, I have to tell you that I am pulling out a list like no other, and I'm not I'm not playing around here. This is Roadster. This is Roadster by Cartier. If you don't know about this fragrance and you're a fine gent and you love fragrances that are you know, not too classic or bitter or sour or fougere like, you don't like a heavy oak moss, and you want some vanilla, and you like clean, white, refined patchouli, this is your dream come true. I have to tell y'all that this is discontinued. Prices will skyrocket on this when this finally does dry up. This is a real hidden gem for the guys who know class, who know refinement, and want to smell good together. This is minty, this is vanilla, this is patchouli, clean and refined, put together in almost a magical blend. Really hard to describe how beautiful this fragrance is, and I like the presentation. It's a little bit Art Deco, it's a twist-on cap, and it looks a lot better than a 30. It's getting a little bit more expensive, 45 maybe. You have to pay $60 for it when you're watching this video. It's worth every penny if you can get your hands on it. It's really one of the best designer fragrances I've ever tried. Another fragrance, really flying under the radar. We're getting deeper into the video, into some of my personal fragrances that are a little bit more obscure, a little bit more unusual. You might have never heard about this house. This is Baldessarini. Again, this is a higher end, a little bit of a step up from Hugo Boss, and this is an extension of their company. This is the Eau Cologne, but this is the concentrate version. This is a flanker actually of the regular Eau Cologne. And this is spicy, this is dry, this is woody, and this is addictive to me. It's really wonderful. It comes together, if you like eau de cologne type fragrances, but you want a little bit more of that dry woodiness, a little bit more of a spiciness, and you want it refined and classy, and you don't want to pay a lot of money to smell refined and classy, this is really, really refined. A beautiful juice. I highly recommend that you get out there and try this one and maybe find this fragrance before the supply completely dries up. Because when this one dries up, it'll be hard to get, and then people will forget about it. But you'll know about this one, and you're going to stand out in a really good way. Beautiful fragrance. Also a great patchouli fragrance as well. If you love those citrusy, spicy patchouli ones. You know, Baldessarini, you know, the Eau de Cologne concentrate. Good stuff. The next fragrance here is actually French. We got a French fragrance here representing France. And this is beautiful from the house of 100 Bon. This is Myrrh and Incense Mystérieux. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. My French is terrible, y'all know. But this is a beautiful, spicy, incensey fragrance. Really calming with the myrrh. Really, really deep, in my opinion, for what it is. It's mysterious, and this, I would say, is a little bit on that seductive side. Again, I chose and brought out fragrances that are purely just for class. There are plenty of fragrances that are very seductive, but yet have class and refinement to them, like Tuxedo by Yves Saint Laurent. You probably know that one, and you know, Tuxedo and all that good stuff. This fragrance here, though, is it's so beautiful. And Bois de Portugal by Creed. I think I mixed those two up in my mind, but this one here, oh my goodness, it's addictive, it's mysterious, it's complex. If you like a darker incense, but yet it's classy and refined and spicy, it doesn't get much better than this. Try this fragrance out. It's really worth the money. They're charging fair prices for what they're asking, and this fragrance is class and quality all the way through. And if you like French-style fragrances, 100 Bon is one of the better houses I found out there that actually has fair prices for what they're asking. This one and Tio Cabanel, I think, are really going to change the fragrance game in a good way. So check this one out. Great, great fragrance. The next one here, I wanted to pull out a limited edition fragrance, something for you people who like to hunt out fragrances. You can buy the original version, for a very affordable price. But this is the Pasha de Cartier. This is the edition Noir. This is the limited edition version, which is supposedly just maybe a little tiny bit higher quality, but there's not a lot of difference. You can get the regular version, which is a great fragrance as well, for around that $30–$35 range. But this fragrance doesn't project very well, lasts fairly decently, 5 to 6 hours. So performance really isn't its strong suit, but this manages to be a light, very transparent, almost like a cologne aquatic fragrance, but yet it still has some of those classy, refined, masculine qualities, a little bit spicy, a little bit incensey as well. Really, really nice. I often struggle with fragrances that have aquatics, or I'll spray it up here a little bit. Really nice sprayer too. I really struggle sometimes with fragrances that have an aquatic facet to them, and they're usually not blended that well. But this one really flew under the radar and is really, really nice. Very highly versatile fragrance, really inoffensive, safe for the office, but yet it speaks of class. And I have to tell you all, the sprayer on this is, I think, excellent on this. The Pasha de Cartier. You know, Cartier makes some beautiful fragrances. Okay, so let's talk about another fragrance. This is I wanted to include an indie fragrance, and I'm not including this in this list just because it's indie. This one actually is one that is so, so good, and really maybe my favorite from the entire house. This is called Dino, or Dino, from the house of Scents by Bay. I just think of a refined man, you know, calling his friends over there. They're about to have a, you know, shrimp cocktail or a nice steak or something, and they're like, "Hey, Dino, what you smelling like today?" It's Dino. This is fresh and clean and powdery and musky. It's really refined. If you love that powdery vibe, I know that some people don't, but if you happen to like that vibe, this is actually really well done. It has an edge, it has a masculinity about it, and for a powdery fragrance, you usually don't see that. Somehow they blended this just right. Somehow the blending comes together really, really well. I'll include a link down below if you do want to check this one out. I think the prices are right, and the longevity on this one is really good as well. Dino, or Dino, from the house of Scents by Bay. If you want a, you know, kind of, I guess, powdery fragrance for men. I know a lot of guys don't say they like that, and I usually shy away. I usually don't like powdery scents. I don't know. Somehow they work their magic on that one. Okay, guys, I see that we're at the 12-hour mark. Don't want to make this video too long. Don't want to scare you away. Don't want to waste your time. This is the last video on this list. This is Boza de Portugal. This is called Really Patchouli. If you like patchoulis, this is fresh, clean, refined, and spicy. There's a licorice to this fragrance. This is beautiful. I have to tell y'all that this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I smelled this sample a long time ago. It took me a while to even get my hands on this fragrance. I wanted it for so long. I finally was able recently to get my hands on it. And guys, it's addictive. I have to tell y'all that this is an amazing fragrance. Amazing. Simply a refined fragrance. If you don't know about this fragrance, Boza 1920, the house, you know, their brand makes some really beautiful fragrances. They're flying under the radar. Souci Imperial, also amazing fragrance as well. So try this brand out. Give it a chance if you like spicy, refined fragrances. And if you're a patchouli head, this brings you a citrus patchouli that's highly versatile, classy, and refined. 24/7, easy to wear. It's not a heavy patchouli. It's not rugged. It's not chocolatey. It's not sweet. It's not overtly heavy or rich. Especially it's not blended with ambers and things like that. This gives you a timeless, effortless, you know, easy to wear, but yet there's quality behind this, and there is depth, and there is personality. And that's one thing I just love about Really Patchouli. I don't think it would disappoint you. Please give it a try. It's a stunning fragrance from the house of Boza 1920, another niche house that doesn't get a lot of love. So anyways, ladies and gents, wonderful people, and everybody else who watched my video, I do appreciate you, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my video today. If you did like my content, y'all know how to help me out below, but before you do that, think about and get in that comment section. Let me know, what is your favorite fancy fragrance? What is a refined, maybe a clean fragrance, and maybe what kind of fancy fragrances do you like? Do you like fancy fragrances that are clean? Do you like them to be a little bit more closer to the skin? Do you like them spicy? Do you like patchouli, musk, ambergris, or mint, or lemons, bergamot, grapefruit? What do you like in your fresh, clean fragrances? Let me know in that comment sections below. Let's get that conversation started. Thank you so much for being here today, hanging out with me, and talking about these beautiful, beautiful fragrances. So I'll see you in the next video, everybody. I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I upload 3 times a week, very regularly. I am dedicated bringing y'all amazing content. I hope that you enjoy it. So get in that comment section, wear what you love. Hopefully you found a fragrance that you love today, and I was able to help you wonderful gents out there. And again, I hope this video goes a long way. I hope this really helps people out there, because I want you gents to know about beautiful designer fragrances, fragrances that are worth the money, and fragrances that are still available in 2021. So hope that you enjoyed my list today. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Peace out and bye. Have a good one. See ya.